What eyes can see? Look around. What do you see? Take a careful look at the objects closest to you. You might see a desk, your friend, maybe an apple. Are you really seeing those things? What you are actually seeing is light bouncing off the objects around you. The only thing that eyes can actually see is light. Light carries energy. When light hits a material, three different things can happen. The material can absorb the energy, take it in, transmit the energy, let it pass through, or reflect the energy, cause it to bounce off. Depending on the material and the types of light hitting it, all three things can happen at once. These three possibilities determine the way you see. Light moves from a light source to your eye in a straight line, passing through some materials and bouncing off others before the light is finally absorbed by the back of your eyeball. There, tiny organs called rods and cones absorb energy from the light. This energy triggers a chemical signal with information about the color and brightness of the light. Depending on the wavelength of the light, different signals are sent to the brain. We perceive different signals as different colors. So, your eyes are actually seeing light. Still, this does not explain why you see certain objects as certain colors. For instance, why are some apples green and other apples red? Red apples look red because they reflect red light. The energy from red light is not absorbed by the apple. It bounces off instead. When you look at the apple, reflected red light waves hit your eye and are absorbed. The energy you take in from these light waves sends a signal to your brain, which causes you to see the color red when you look at the apple. The process is the same for green apples, except green apples reflect green light instead of red light. What about when you look at something black, like a crow, or something white, like an egg? People usually think of black and white as colors, just like red. To your eyes, however, black and white are different from the colors of the rainbow. Black is what we see when no visible light is reflected off an object. Black objects don't reflect any visible light because they absorb all types of visible light. Taking in energy from so many different types of light can make black clothes feel hot and uncomfortable on sunny days. White, on the other hand, is what we see when all colors of visible light reflect off an object. White objects reflect all types of visible light. White clothes are great for staying cool on a sunny day because they don't absorb any energy from visible light. If black is the absence of color, what about things that appear to have no color, like a clear piece of glass? Clear glass seems to have no color of its own, but it isn't black either. When you look through a piece of clear glass, you see the colors of objects on the other side. This is because clear glass transmits all types of visible light. When these light waves hit a pane of glass, they pass right through, carrying their energy across to the other side. Through a clear glass window, you see a world full of colorful objects, each of which is reflecting certain wavelengths of light through the glass to your eye. As you look around, what you see isn't really what you see. Everything you can see is just light reflecting off things. The colors of objects are determined by the colors of light they reflect. If apples didn't reflect visible light, they would look black to us. And if our eyes responded to a different type of light with a different range of wavelengths, everything in our world would look very different